Buddy Moniac here. In today's episode, I wanted to show you guys how I breed mealworms. Now, I use the mealworms for fishing, and they're not my number one choice on fishing worms, but I like feeding them to my brother's geckos as well. So it's two types of things that I can use the mealworms for. For the first worm I like to use, live bait worm, is red worms. Those little tiny red worms. I love using those for fishing for like bluegill, crappie, basically any sunfish that you can imagine, even bass sometimes. But I started just breeding mealworms. It's very simple to breed them. That is why I started breeding them. And my brother helps me out too, and it's just a give and take type deal. I use them for fishing, he uses them for feeding, and so we won't have to buy them anymore, because after a while it adds up. So we just decided to breed them, and so we won't have to buy them very often. Or if we do end up running out somehow, we just go and buy some more and start all over again. But this process, it takes a while, but in the long run, you save money, and it's actually a pretty cool hobby. So I wanted just to share with you guys my farm. It's very small, it started with about 1,500, mealworms, not a lot at all. But for the most part, it's going great, and I just want to show you with you guys my farm. So hope you guys will enjoy it, and stay tuned. Alright guys, so here's my process that I have going on for the worms and stuff like that. Right down here in this little compartment are the mealworms. They're all in there. There's not many left in there because most of them have turned into pupa and have turned into beetles and stuff like that. But there's a couple of them in there. Not very many. But I don't know if you can see any of them in there. I can see them, but it's harder to see through the camera. Let me see if I can just grab one. There's one. Just fell. But they're all in there and stuff like that. And that's where I keep my mealworms. And then up here is basically, this little department is basically where they turn into pupas. That's a lot of live mealworms, guys. But they kind of turn into little hard sea style worms like that. Basically they don't move anymore because they're pupating, and basically they turn into these little guys right here, which are the pupae. Okay, and basically I take all those out of this little section, and I put them into this one right here where all my pupas are. And right here in this little department is where they turn into beetles. You can see there are little beetles in there. They're like white colored beetles. There's a lot of them in there. I don't know if you can see them, but there are beetles in there, and there still are pupas in there. Okay, and then I get the beetles out of here. Let me get one out real quick for you guys. See, there's two right there, and I put them in this container. Now in this container is basically where all my beetles are. And I feed them carrots and stuff like that, even the mealworms. In this department right here, I put carrots in there, cornflakes, whatever. Oatmeal as well. But I put carrots, banana peels, stuff like that. Basically they'll eat almost any fruit or vegetable. So there's my beetle department. There's a lot of beetles in here, guys. It doesn't look like a lot, but they like to burrow underneath like all the oatmeal and stuff like that. But there are lots of beetles in there. So yeah, they start out light colored, like the ones that I pulled out of there, and then they start turning black or dark brown. There are lots of them in there. And basically, once they start laying eggs, I separate the beetles from the container where they laid their eggs, and I put them, for example, in here. This is where the beetles used to be, and I took them all out because they started laying eggs. And there's a lot of little tiny mealworms in there, and the reason why you have to separate them is because then the beetles will start eating the babies. But there's some in there, very tiny. I can't pick them out because it's very hard. But they're in there, trust me. But yeah, guys, look at all those beetles. Basically this is what I do. It's pretty fun. Well, me and my brother do, actually. not just me. It's a little hobby. Pretty cool. I mean, fishing with your own bait that you're breeding yourself is pretty awesome, if you ask me. So basically that's the process. So from here, from being the mealworms you buy at the store, walking around or squirming around or crawling, whatever, to there, to this container, to that container, and then once they start laying eggs, you gotta take them out of that container and put them into another one, basically, which will be just plain like that. There's little tiny mealworms in there. But yeah, guys, that's my process. I hope you guys enjoyed my video so far. I hope you guys enjoyed the whole process of my mealworms. I hope you guys enjoyed all my mealworms and everything like that. It's just a cool little thing I wanted to share with you guys. You know, personally, I think that's a cool little, hobby to have, to breed mealworms and use your own bait to fish with. Another thing I wanted to add at the end of this video is the contest. I was holding a contest about a week and a half ago. Basically, I'm telling you guys right now, this contest is ending very soon. Today is Wednesday, February the 27th, I believe. Yes it is. Okay, so the contest will be ending on Monday, March the 4th. It might end on Tuesday, it might end on Sunday. It just really depends on whether I'm in the mood to shoot the video or not, which I most likely will shoot it on Monday. Guys, stay tuned because I have a little surprise for you guys. The surprise is, basically, this is a little story. Basically, 2 months ago, I lost a bag of lures, fishing equipment, everything. I had lures, fishing line, just a bunch of stuff, except for obviously a rod and reel. Just had a bunch of fishing equipment in it. I lost it. I thought I threw it away, but I didn't. I finally found it about 2-3 days ago. Finally found it, and I'm gonna be adding some stuff from that bag into the contest, but I'm not going to be revealing the stuff that I'm going to be adding till Monday, till the day of the results. So basically, the person who wins the contest will be getting a little surprise, obviously a surprise lures with them also winning the contest. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be in a hidden video as well. Like I said, guys, this is not for subscribers. This is for my personal subscribers. That people that like watching my videos. I'm basically saying thank you. Chance to enter, as opposed to, just a whole bunch of people entering my contests and subscribing. No, I just want it for you guys personally. So it's going to be like a little, it's not going to say, the title's not going to say like contest results. It's obviously going to say something else. So stay tuned for that, guys, because at the end of that video, I'm going to be drawing the name and showing the baits that they won, plus the new baits that I'm going to be adding. So hope you guys stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, it's alright. I'm all cool with you giving me a thumbs down. It's all good. But hope you guys enjoyed this. And like I always say, God bless. And see you later.